Uh, the one man band, the one man show. Once again. All right. Let's start this motherfucking episode. The Dopest podcast. It's the dopest podcaster in the building. You know it. He is I am him. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 11 of the Dopest podcast. Is this shit sitting on something? Why are we rocking? What the fuck is this shit sitting on? You know what? Fuck it, man. Fuck it. We in the building. Episode 11. The creator of dope shit. I go by the creator of dope shit. What does that mean? I be forgetting to say this shit. Anything I touch, anything I create, anything that I decide to do has potential to be amazing, has potential to go far. And it's always good. It's always quality. I always put my best foot forward. And that's all you really need to do whenever you and your heart got to be in it also too. If your heart not in this shit, it's not gonna come out right. You know, like why would you be doing something that you don't really want to be doing? I mean, that's weird. Well, I've talked about this on here before, but maybe people would be seeing it as like a cash grab kind of thing. But I genuinely love doing this shit. I think I express that every week. Like, it's kind of like therapy for me. Excuse me. I don't talk much outside of this. If you used to see me out in public, I'd probably be standing in the corner, you know, surveying the room. I'm weird like that. I'm not a social butterfly. If that's what you got from me watching this podcast, it's not it. I'm not like this in person at all, unless I'm drunk. You know, if you catch me at an event where I'm drinking, I might be a little social to you. It's the drunkest podcaster you know. Yeah. I'm drinking again this week. I don't feel like I have to announce that every time, but why not? If I'm learning anything from people that have done this longer than me, if I'm studying them correctly, they always let the audience know whether or not they're on. Right? So I feel like it's kind of a tradition in this well, that's kind of radio, but it's all the same shit to me at this point. Radio, podcast, it's radio stations with podcasts. Like they're recording their set from the day and they're putting it on Apple Podcasts and shit like that. So really, what is the difference now between radio and podcasts? They both have advertisements on them. I guess it's just one is no, because the interviews even be pre-recorded on radio. So I guess part of it is live, and I don't know. Radio is dead. I will say that. I think that's the only contrast I can put to it. Radio is dead, and podcasting is a budding industry. Not to use the word budding in the podcasting industry, but you know, that's just how I decided to say things. What the fuck have I been up to, man? I've been chilling this week. I've been having some fun with my friends, man. What did I do first since I left you guys? I went to the gun range again with my guy Jay and his mans. I forget his friend's name, but shout out to you, bro. So we went to the gun range. I went back to Clayton's, despite what I said about the guy last time. How he handled me. Like he didn't let me answer my question. He kind of cut me off and shit like that. But he was cool this time. He was in there this time, and he was in his chill bag. I guess I caught him on the wrong day, but he wasn't on the weird shit with us this time. I went by myself the first time. But anyway, ammo update. There's still no fucking hollow point ammo around. Clayton's, they did have hollow point ammo, but you can only buy hollow point ammo from Clayton's if you purchased a pistol from there before, or purchased any gun from there before. So that's kind of fucked up. But I guess with all these new regulations and shit like that, and people purchasing ammo up and shit like that, I guess it's something that they got to do to conserve the shit. But I would just be selling it to anybody because it's like, are you not gonna make the sale? Like, isn't this shit scarce? Maybe they hoarding that shit for themselves, or maybe they just didn't want to sell it to me. But I need. So what the fuck, man? Where the fuck am I gonna get? What the fuck? What is this? Where the fuck am I gonna get hollow point ammo from? It's like at this point, if I shoot multiple people when aiming at somebody, can you even blame me? Like if I'm using full metal jackets and a fucking disaster happens, can you blame me? This isn't really the time to be talking about this kind of shit, given the events. Oh, I didn't do an intro song. I'll get to that after the gun range. I'll do an intro song after the gun range. This isn't the time to be talking about guns and shit like that, though, because Philly kind of been on some shit recently. I'm going to talk about that later in the episode, too. But I don't think you could blame people when hollow point ammo is this scarce and fucking gun ranges is putting a squeeze on people, like and making all these fucking stipulations, like, oh, you got to buy a gun from here in order to buy this kind of ammo. Like, shit is weird out here right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, Corona is over. Your fake pandemic, your plandemic is over, man. Get shit back to normal. I wasn't worried about this shit before the pandemic because I turned 21 in the pandemic, so I recently just started becoming a fan of guns and shit like that and buying ammo and shit. So from what I'm told, from the information that I have, even the Full Metal Jacket range ammo that they selling us is fucking preposterous in price, man. Shit's supposed to be like $10. We paying like damn near $40 for 50 rounds of Full Metal Jacket ammo. It's like, what the fuck, man? And if it's not range ammo, if it's like regular Full Metal Jacket ammo, it's gonna run you like $50. That's hollow point prices. But now you try to buy some hollow point ammo, that's gonna run you like $80 for not even 50. You probably get like 25 of them Jones for $85, man. This shit's crazy out here. This shit's nasty. So I wish shit would get back to normal with that. I wasn't even able to experience it when with me getting into guns. I turned 21 in the pandemic, so it's kind of fucked up for our generation, like the 2000s babies. It's kind of fucked up because the price of guns is higher. The price of ammo is higher. Getting into guns is like it's if you want a good gun, it's gonna be higher than what it used to be. If you want some good ammo, it's gonna be higher than what it used to be if you find some. And so I just wish shit would go back to how it used to be, so I can experience America at its fucking best. This is not America right now. I can't buy the kind of ammo that I want. It's not America. How the fuck is this America? I'm supposed to be able to go out and buy a grenade if I want to. I'm supposed to go out and be able to buy a fucking... I'm supposed to be doing whatever I want as far as guns go. What is going on out here? When I was coming up in school and all these schools was getting shot up and shit, they were saying how easy it was to get all of this cool shit. Now that I'm getting into it, the fucking pandemic and all of this shit happened, it's fucking hard as fuck to get some good ammo. It's hard to find. And it costs way more than it should. Let me get off my fucking soapbox, man. This shit is crazy, though. But besides that, I did have fun at the range, man, with my friends. I got to shoot some different guns. That's always cool. In particular, one of my favorite guns that I shot was the Glock 43X. It's one of the new Glocks that came out a few years ago. It's a compact gun, but it got a lot of, like, that shit. It's a horse, man. That shit got a lot of kick to that shit. It's real nice. It's nice. It's accurate. It's a good pistol, man. I also got to shoot the Springfield XD. I like that, too. Got the orange tritium sight, the front sight, and the blacked out rear sights. That shit is nice. That's fire. My man Jay he had a criticism over it. Said it was a little top heavy, meaning that the slide and the barrel and all of that shit kind of overweigh like the plastic part of it. These were all polymer guns that we were shooting, polymer frame guns. And I did feel that. I felt that. And I was a little less accurate with the XD than I was with my gun and the 43X. And it's probably because of that. Like, I think it's called the bore axis, like the amount of space from like the top of the polymer frame, like where your hand. If you on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. But where your hand meets the pistol right here, from up there to the barrel, that's how high your bore axis is. And if you got a higher bore axis, it's gonna be a little top heavy. So, yeah, if you got a gun that's a little more well proportioned, it'll be a little bit more accurate. But it could, if you get used to it, the Springfield XD, if you get used to that shit, you'll be cool, man. I wasn't like shooting all over the place, but I wasn't hitting where I intended to hit with the XD. But with the 43X and with my gun, I was pretty accurate with them joints. I'm getting a little bit more confident in shooting now. I'm getting better, getting a little bit more accurate, as DJ Khaled would say. And I'm going to try to go to the range a little bit more. You know, try to make that shit a religion. I mean, get surgical with that shit. And maybe start shooting some rifles. You know, they do, because y'all know I like the brand HK. They do have the HK rifles at Clayton's. And maybe I'll rent one day and test it out. They have the MP5's little brother. So all the guns that y'all like on Call of Duty and all of that shit, HK made those, just so you know. All them Jones that you like on World of War and all them Jones, HK made those guns, just to let you know. So the MP5's little brother, the civilian version of the MP5, the SP5, they do have that at Clayton. So I'm thinking about renting that shit because I do want it. That shit is sexy. It's sexy as fuck. That is the MP5. You know, that's a sub machine gun. So they do have the MR556. That's HK's AR-15. But I think it's only the one that they have at Clayton's is the 22 long rifle version, just like a skeet gun. I don't want that. I want something that shoot 223, 556 NATO. I want something that shoot that. So if they have that there, I'd be very interested. But them joints is like $3,000 a pop, man. Yeah, man. You got it, boy. So you got to pay to play, man. Yeah. I fucking know. I already know. I got an HK pistol, nigga. You ain't telling me shit. No fuck is you talking about? Let's get into this episode, man. The gun range was fun. I'll get into some other shit that I did during the week, but let's get this song out of the way. This is Quilly Ballers. Let's ball.
Turn me up a little bit more. Ball, I'm a draw all year. Michael Mary and D.O.R. I wear. Hot girls in my face, gotta watch my red. I see nothing but dope boys up in here. Y'all sure got the ball.
Are we live?
Don DeMarco, Marco, bang, bang. Shit like that. Yeah, I want to go to one of those jams, man. Now that outside is back open, I'm no longer watching, what was that shit called? Steam? Not Steam, that's fucking video game PC shit. Caffeine, that's what it is. I'm never watching battle rap on there, man. I was never able to catch that shit. It seemed like every time, cause I actually downloaded it. I'm a fan of battle rap. Let me slow it down, give y'all some context. Caffeine is an app that battle rappers turn to. Well, battle rap as a whole turned to during the pandemic because they couldn't gather and spit in each other's faces in front of thousands of people, millions on the internet. They couldn't do that anymore. You know, they couldn't have 157 people on a little stage at one time. You know, because of the pandemic that had happened. So they had started turning the shit on caffeine. You know, they did battles on caffeine with less people, and it seemed like I was out. I was always out doing something every time that shit came on. You know, and Smack, they always take forever to put shit on YouTube. So that's usually when I catch it when it be on YouTube a little later. But yeah, I would like to go to one of those joints now that outside is back open, man. I've been wanting to, but now I just be looking for shit to do. Cause I be having to talk about shit, so like I'm going to 2 concerts that's coming up. So Rock Marcy got a concert this month actually on the 22nd that I'ma slide to, and Conway is coming to Philly. That Rock Marcy show is in New York at Sony Music Hall, so I'ma ride out to New York, cause ain't no telling when Rock gonna have another concert. That nigga don't be having concerts like that. Like even with the last album that he dropped before this, he didn't go on a tour. Like he probably did a few spots, but it wasn't like he didn't hit Philadelphia. Like he not about to hit multiple cities and shit like that. Like he don't do that kind of shit. And maybe he will, but I'm not gonna risk that. I'm gonna go to New York and see my favorite rapper. Him and Stove God are gonna be stepping on a coat in front of everybody. Live in New York on July 22nd. So if you going there, you're gonna see me there because I'll be there. That's for damn sure. So that'd be cool to see y'all if y'all show up. I gotta get some merch, man. But who would wear the Dopest podcast merch to a Rock Marcy concert? You know, they'll probably be wearing Rock Marcy merch, right? Which I don't have any of. I'm gonna have to buy something there so I don't look like a poser. I listen to this nigga every day. Like I probably listen to a couple songs off of Reasonable Drought every day too, which is Rock Marcy affiliated. But it's like if you don't have no merch, you just look like you stand out at those things. I would feel like, man, like what is this nigga? This nigga ain't no fan. He ain't got no fucking merch on. Look at this nigga in his G-Star, trying to look cool. Where's your merch at, nigga? The fuck is you in here for? So yeah, if they got some merch there, I'm gonna grab something, throw it on. You know, I'm considering doing the meet and greet, but I'm battling in my head like, do I want to pay $50 to see another nigga? No, but you know, I'm paying the ticket to see him perform. You know, but like shake his hand and shit. Do I want to pay $50 to do all that? Yeah, that's that Philly shit. That's that Philly shit in me. That's that not trying to be Joe Familiar. I mean, and you know what? That'll stop you from a lot of opportunities. So you know what? I'm gonna pay that $50. That's something that I want to stop doing on this podcast, man. I gotta cut that shit out. Everything is not Joe. You mean? Everything ain't Joe, man. These niggas fuck around and want to come on the podcast. You know, fucking Stove God coming to Philly. You know what? O did recommend this, right? He recommended I do this. So this is what I'm gonna try to do. I'm going to do the meet and greet at Sony Music Hall on July 22nd, right? Stove God and Rock. I'm going to see when Stove God come to Philly if I could interview him. That's what O recommended. I'm going to try to do that. That's what I'm going to use the meet and greet for. Boom. So that $50 is kind of worth it, right? It is, I think. Yeah, it is hot as a giraffe's forehead, you know, because they taller than us, closer to the sun, closer to the dome. Yo, do you guys know that we are in a firmament? Shout out to all the flat earthers out there. If you're just as crazy as me. What else have I been up to this week? The other night, I did an escape room. Me and my friends, we went to escape room in King of Prussia. Well, I did escape room drunk. I tell you guys that I don't really drink like that, which I probably drink like I definitely drink throughout the weekend. That's for sure. That's usually stemming from me doing the podcast today. Today's Friday. I record on Fridays, so that's usually stemming from that. Like Friday and Saturday, and then I'll probably chill on Sunday. You know, and then what happens throughout the week happens, man. You know, if I feel like getting drunk, I'll stop and have a drink somewhere. So at most, like 2 times out of the week, I'll drink, which is still probably not the best. That's probably not good at all. But working out every day probably doesn't hurt. You know, it probably offsets it a little bit. I would hope. Wishful fucking thinking. But yeah, escape room was fun. I guess I'll spoil it. You know, I don't really give a fuck. Fuck escape room. How about that? Well, I don't really remember everything from it. Like I said, I went out and got drunk before I did the escape room. So we did the prison break one, and they basically split you up in 2 cells, and there's clues in one cell that you need to communicate to the other cell to, you know, one cell has the key to open both cells, and then so forth. You escape out of the prison. It was cool. Like, it was multiple rooms. Like, we went through this little tunnel, and that led to the warden's office. And then we had to escape the warden's office and shit like that. It was pretty tough, man. It was definitely a brain blaster. Had to use your brain in that one. We did good. You know, we used a lot of hints, but the lady said that we solved a lot of shit on our own that most people got stuck on. You know, so that's good. Somebody's car alarm is going off. Well, I be hearing in the editing shit, y'all don't really be hearing that shit when I be mentioning it, shit that's happening outside. Y'all don't really be hearing it like that unless it's like a dirt bike or something. But I hear it, and that shit be throwing me off too. Like, I can't perform with fucking. There we go. That's off. It's off. I'd probably be a terrible comedian then, because you know there's hecklers out there. There's a whole crowd, and that person. Oh, that fucking alarm's going off again. That'd be some shit if it was my car getting broken into. I don't think my car alarm don't sound like that. I actually accidentally pressed the panic button the other day and didn't know I did it. And my shit's a little higher pitched than that, so no worries there. Am I forgetting anything? Am I leaving anything out that I did? No. I don't really have any Toro updates. This shit's still out, man. There's nothing changing. I'm still in my Honda, man. I'm still in my old bitch. All right, let's get to some topics here. Let's actually talk about something. Enough about me. If you guys notice, I pretty much tried to talk about me for a while before we get into anything else. That's what you call a narcissist, ladies and gentlemen. There's some actual important shit happening out here. Fuck what I'm getting into. Fuck what I'm doing. I'm just staying out the way. That's all the fuck I can do. You know, I don't go outside. I don't try to do none of that shit. And if I do go outside, it's gonna be shit like escape room, and it's gonna be out the county where I'm escaping you niggas. You know, and shit can happen out in the county too. I ain't going. You know, niggas had the 43X on them out in the county too, but it's like, it's less likely for anything to go down out there. Like, people tend not to do shit around white people. As weird as that is, you know, with a whole fucking, it ain't all white people oppressing us, you know, but the powers that be are mostly white. And it's probably not the best idea to take that aggression out on your average white person, but you would think that we would, rather than fucking up our own communities. But, you know, that's just the mindset that we got out here, man. It's crazy. I mean, it would still be crazy if we was terrorizing white neighborhoods, but it would make more sense, right? Over the break, since I talked to you guys, a tragedy happened in my city. There was a young man by the name of Sakar. He had a clothing line. Let me get the name real quick before I try to breeze past this shit. Oh, I know it. It's Premier Brand. That's what it was called. Had a clothing line called Premier Brand, and he had a store on 60th Street, 60th and Walnut, West Philadelphia, and he was successful at it. God bless him. Another black man successful at his own business, doing what he want, having his way out here, doing shit that he loved. That's what we all trying to do, right? So, and having that success, he decided to throw a cookout at his store. He had a storefront, so he had a cookout for basically the city. I think the city could have came out if they wanted to. It was a pretty open-ended invitation. It was free everything. Just come through. We celebrating success. We celebrating a black man's success today. That's what we doing. That's what we on. Come through. Everything is free. Right? So later on in the evening, I heard on the news it was around like a little before 10 p.m. I think it happened. 4 guys hopped out of a car, went to the corner of the cookout. It was across the street, but still pretty close. And they shot everything. They shot everything moving over at the cookout, at the storefront. They shot everything. It was dark outside. It was no way that they was aiming. I know on the news I saw that they said that they had green lasers on the pistols, but it was a whole group of people out there. There was no way that you was aiming for anybody in particular. I just don't see it. If you had a target in particular, you wouldn't really be aiming into a crowd of people. Like if you see it was a bunch of people running up the block, So they hit 4 people. 4 people died. And one of them happened to be Sakar, the owner of the Premier Brand store. Hold on, I'm actually going to call somebody real quick that was close to this guy so they could say a few words about him. I did find out that I didn't know he went to my school. He went to my high school with me. I had no idea. Yo, bro, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking about the shit that happened over the weekend to Sakar. I know you was pretty close to him. I wanted you to see if you could say a few words about him, just like his character, like what kind of person that he was. What'd you say, bro? I couldn't hear you.
All right, give me 1 second.
Okay. Oh, you busy? I could talk to you later if you're busy.
No, I'm not at work right now, but you recording the podcast now?
Yeah, I'm recording now.
Oh, yeah, I can say it over the phone. I got you, bro.
Okay.
1 second. Let me just step outside real quick. All right, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
All right, my fault, bro. I'm at work. Say the question again?
Yeah, like I know you was pretty close to Sakar. He helped you start your clothing brand, at least with the idea, like inspiring you at least.
Right.
If you could speak on his character a little bit, like just to kind of like who he was.
Super humble, super encouraging. Like to be honest and completely honest. Like to see somebody like Sakar, the way he hustled in school, from high school, selling shirts, his vision was clear. His vision was definitely clear, and it was just amazing how his ideas and his creativity came out through the fashion. Like he was really humble. So like I felt like when I first even thought about clothes, I straight asked him. I called him like, "Yo, bro, can you show me the ropes?" He said, "Yeah, bro, come over." I shot right over to his crib, went straight to the poppy store and grabbed the T-shirt. It was the night of I think it was the night of somebody party up at the school, and I wore that shirt actually to the party, and I got a lot of compliments. But he was a hustler. He was a hustler. like really super humble, bro. I wouldn't even lie to you because the, the it we watched him grow like from being in high school to where he was before he passed. Like it was major growth, and it's crazy and it's super unfortunate, bro. Like really unfortunate, really sad, and I'm disgusted that it happened. Shit, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, that's that.
Yeah, bro. I'm serious. Like he was motivation to the ones who even wanted to try to get into it. I would think, you know, but maybe that's just me.
No, hell yeah, man, and everything that I'm finding out about him, he stand up dude, man. Not on no
Nah,
bullshit or nothing.
nah, stand up dude for real. Good dude, no cap. Like from him giving away the kids, like the book bag giveaways, you know, the event that he was gonna host with Danny Peru. I'm not sure if he already did that already, but I know that was in the works. It's just crazy.
But
Bro. It's
then
really crazy.
they was celebrating success, bro. It was the cookout was to celebrate success,
Right.
and that was nothing but hate, man.
It was an anniversary, and you know, I don't know, man. I really don't know, bro. It's just crazy. Like the day I found out, I got like 4 or 5 calls. Like I'm in my Uber on my way to where I need to go. I didn't want to be driving out there, 4th of July, but it was just, bro, it was really devastating. It's crazy.
You were
what the
headed
city
there.
will do to.
You were going
No,
there.
I wasn't headed there. No, I wasn't headed there. And I did think about like it did cross my mind to actually stop by and go say what's up and go see what's going on. But you know, I'm really not a mixy guy. I don't like large crowds, and I barely like, you know, those type of things anyway. But it's just crazy. They celebrating success, and they're bringing just a good vibe, a good energy to the community. But it just honestly shows that like it's just love is fabricated. Like the love was there for him, but this city, I truly believe like the love was real that this city showed towards him, but like the hate, man, like this love hate thing that's fabricated, and it's fucking crazy, bro. It's really crazy.
Man, this silly city for the fucking haters, man. I appreciate you for your words, man. I'm gonna let you get
No
back to
problem,
doing what
bro.
you're doing,
Anytime.
bro. Yeah.
Shout out to your podcast, bro.
Oh
Keep
yeah,
doing
shout
your
out
thing.
to Semi Ruiz too, man. Go cop up.
Yeah, we should be releasing soon. This definitely tragic, man. Rest in peace, Scar. Rest in heaven. You know, just everybody out there, just continue praying for his family. He had a family that depended on him. So that's big.
Yeah, he had a child, right?
He had a daughter.
Damn.
If she was not mistaken, she was 9 months.
Damn.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, stay out the way, man. Don't go to shit. And when we make it, we ain't doing shit for Philly. Fuck these niggas.
I moved that way. I don't like large crowds. I don't like people. And if I go out, people, it's a spur moment. Like, and it's never to know outside of links. Like we got to start moving with. I don't know. You know how I move.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, they ain't gonna see it. So.
Yeah, real shit. All right, bro. I'll talk to you.
All right, I'll talk to you later, bro.
Be safe.
All right, you too.
Yeah. That was Arthur of Semi Ruiz, fashion designer. Basically Sakara's apprentice, if you heard what I heard. But yeah, like I said, fuck Philly, man. When I get on, I ain't doing shit for this city. Look how they treat you. Look what they do to you, man. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm not giving y'all shit. I fuck around, do a giveaway in Chester or some shit. Fuck y'all niggas. You know what I mean? Have 100 fiends line up. Give away fucking jackets. I mean, fuck Philly. Fuck Philly, man. Motherfucker gave away a free cookout. Y'all came and shot it up. What kind of shit is that? You nut ass niggas. Man, Kyle. You salty if you watching on YouTube. You can't hear all this shit with me. My way.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Exactly why you here, nigga. A pipeline ruptured in the Gulf of Mexico, and the ocean is currently on fire. Never thought I'd see that shit. If y'all don't believe the world is ending, man, I don't know what you're looking at. It's fucking extraterrestrials and UFOs flying around up there and shit. The ocean's on fire. Well, it was on fire. Man, I guess there goes that theory of whether or not water is wet. Man, how could water be on fire? How hot does it have to be for water to not just boil? That shit would caught flame. I gotta look at this video again to actually believe this shit. Look like the gates of hell are opening. That looked like a portal to hell or something. Yo, that's nuts, man. It's hot as shit up here. Can y'all see me sweating? I got the nerve to wear a black shirt. Like we got some quiet AC up here. That'll probably be the littlest thing that I talk about this week. I'm not a scientist, but this shit looks nuts. Why is it always something in the Gulf of Mexico happening? You remember when that oil spill happened? Now the Gulf is on fire? What in the fuck? Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's fucking nuts. That's nuts. I don't have nothing to say about that. I don't know what y'all want me to do. I'm not Bill Nye. It's a natural disaster. I saw somebody say here's a good way to look at it. Now there's no more plastic within a 3,000 mile radius. And somebody say, yeah, there's no more anything, nigga. There ain't no more fish. There ain't no more algae. There ain't no more coral. It ain't none of that shit. It's nothing. Like a portal to hell opened up over there, and I gotta go get a towel or something. You know what? Fuck y'all niggas, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna sweat this shit out. I ain't no bitch. Speaking of fire, though, speaking of all of that hot shit, I have been cracking the fuck up. How was you guys 4th of July? Before I get in, how was your 4th of July? What did I do for 4th of July? I got fucked up. That's what I did. I think. Did I get fucked up? I definitely was with the person that I get fucked up with all the time. So 9 times out of 10, we probably got fucked up. My family ain't do nothing for 4th of July because, you know, they not going to contradict themselves with that shit. We had a big-ass event for Juneteenth. So it'd be kind of contradictory to celebrate the 4th of July when we were still slaves. You know, when this country was birthed, you mean there was no rights for people with my skin tone, our skin tone. You know, you might look at me and say you're closer to a white man than I am, but you know, I still deal with the same plights that you do, black man. Don't look at me no different than yourself. They still got it out for me too. They might be a little bit more lenient with shit that I do. I might not get pulled over as often as you do because my hand look a little white on the steering wheel. Oh, we'll let him slide. He's another white guy. That's what I think. Those are the crazy thoughts that go in my head. But at the end of the day, we in the same boat, nigga. I'm no different than you. I'm really not. Fellow dark-skinned black brother. But yeah, speaking of all the fireworks and shit like that. Oh, shit, no. Speaking of fires and shit like that, I've been laughing at all the fucking fireworks tragedies that have been happening over the week. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but a firework just went off. Like, it's still remnants from 4th of July happening. I hear fireworks every night still. People have leftover fireworks. I wish you guys just use them all at one time, man. I don't know what it is. You gotta have a celebration every night. Is that how you end your night? with a big boom? Is that how you tuck yourself in at night? You fucking psychopath. You fucking pyromaniac. You know, you fucking thrill seeking whore. You know, chill the fuck out. Why you always gotta loud booms and shit? And I can't really decipher them from gunshots anymore. It's hard. It's hard to decipher them Jones, especially the single shots. I don't know. When it's consecutive, I kind of can tell. But especially when it's no fucking after effect, no boom. And when I don't hear no crash, I think it's a gunshot. Them niggas was around uptown. They was lighting off mortars up my way. But yeah, everybody that's been blowing their fucking fingers off and shit like that, you deserve it. Fuck you. Fuck you and your fireworks, nigger. I'm Caucasian when it comes to loud disturbances. I damn near be wanting to call the cops on niggas. Fuck you and your fireworks, nigger. Even though white people, they do kind of go off with the fireworks too. But they do it when they got land and shit like that. They do it in their big ass backyard. They don't do it on the fucking sidewalk of your little ass row home. Don't nobody do shit like that. Why? I mean, white people don't do shit like that. Black people definitely do shit like that. Them little ass North Philly blocks. People trying to drive down the street and shit. You lighting off these big ass fireworks. Like they up there. Like this not no bullshit. In the middle of the street. It's a fucking one way. Little ass block. Motherfuckers parking on the curb and shit. You fucking niggas cars up. Lighting them big ass fireworks off. Like go somewhere with that shit. Go fuck yourself. That's where you could go with it. Like, y'all some fucking losers with that shit. Fireworks shit. Get a life. It's cool on the 4th, but now you're doing it. Just like, go fuck yourself at this point. Unless you got a big backyard. Do what you please. But if you inconveniencing motherfuckers, you know, if you doing, even if you do got a big backyard, if you doing them at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're a fucking asshole. Speaking of assholes, I'm gonna run them down this week. I went to Acme at an appropriate time. I'll start with that. It's definitely an appropriate time. Why the fuck is this so hard to open? There's too many fucking flies up here. You hear me talking shit about you, nigga? I heard that nigga. I heard him. Yeah, let me get the fuck out of here, man. These flies is blowing my shit right now. Let me run through these topics, man. It's hot as shit up here. I'm sorry, man. With these summer episodes, they gonna be real quick, rapid fire. It's hot in the studio. Fuck what you heard. I ain't about to be up here drenched. But yeah, speaking of assholes, I tend to go to Acme late night. I like to go there right before I go home, stop and get all the shit that I need, right? This night, I needed to get some shit real quick. It was something that I really needed because it was the night before I was going to get my hair cut. Man, or like 2 days before I was going to get my hair cut, something like that. But I really needed it. I needed some shampoo. If y'all don't know, on my dad's side, I got some Caucasian in there, so I got real bad dandruff. That's one of the defects of the Caucasian grafting process. Y'all come with dandruff, so that came with me too, man. I got real bad dandruff if I don't handle that shit, and unfortunately, I can't use all the fucking nice, good smelling shampoos and conditioners. Well, maybe the conditioners I can use, but the shampoos that clean your shit, I definitely can't use because they don't do anything for dandruff, man. I gotta go get Head and Shoulders, that fucking Chad shit. That's what I call it. That white boy shit. White boys use Head and Shoulders. I gotta use that shit if I don't want to be fucking itching my head all the time. So yeah, I did that when I got okay. So I went there to go get some Head and Shoulders so I could wash my hair and be good for the barbershop. Because even though I get my hair washed at the barbershop, I don't like coming with dandruff in my hair and shit either way. I got a funny barbershop story. I'll save that for another time, though. Dice is sending me shit. Yeah, Dice, I'll probably talk about that shit next week, man. That's a little too deep to talk about in this episode. It's a little too hot up here. Talking about Haiti's president being assassinated and shit. How it's a darker, deeper criminal link because of some COVID vaccine shit, how they don't have vaccines in Haiti and shit like that. I can't think about that too much right now. It's hot as shit up here right now. Like real shit. What was I talking about, though? Oh, yeah, the asshole at Acme. So I pulled up there with 15 minutes before they close, which I usually do. I do this all the time. I'll go there and pick up waters and shit 15 minutes before they close. They close at fucking 11 o'clock. I know this. This is a general thing. They close at 11. And I wasn't the only one there. This lady pulled up, too. So I get there. I pull up. 15 minutes left to shop. It's 10:45. I get to the door. This old piece of shit, this old, decrepit fuck comes to the door and says, we close. I said, y'all close at 11. He said, no, the machine, the fucking cash registers is closed. I see people walking out of the store with bags. So I'm like, it's no way that the machines is off. These motherfuckers literally just paid for their shit. So he was bullshitting me. So this lady, a good thing this lady pulled up. She said, oh, are they closed? I said, no, they not closed. I know they closed at 11. She said, yeah, I had one more item to get. I need to pick it up real quick. He said, no, we closed. The machines is the cash register is off. There's no cashiers. Nigga, you ring me the fuck up, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I got 15 more minutes, nigga. All I need is some fucking shampoo. I was so mad at that nigga, man. She like, the lady like, no, y'all close at 11. I just need one more thing. He like, no, we closed. The machines is down. Man, I said, oh, so the machines is down for us, but for the people inside, they on. And he just walked away. He ain't had nothing to say to that. I wanted to uppercut that nigga so bad, man. So fucking bad. I went home. I had to do some push-ups to get that shit off my mind. I went up. I turned the music real loud. I had to do some push-ups. I wanted to cause violence to that nigga. Because I really needed that head and shoulders, man. I had to wait until the next day to grab that shit. You bitch-ass nigga. What, nothing else open? Shit is closed because of people still on this fucking COVID time. That's literally like the Walmart that stay open 24 hours don't even stay open 24 hours no more. Fuck that is literally the latest closing store. I mean, that Acme that I go to. I just want shit to go back to normal, man. Shit is fucked up out here. Speaking of these politicians and shit like that, Joe Budden, him and Alex Jones. Well, Alex Jones responded to something that Joe Budden said on his podcast, and I unsubscribed from Joe Budden's Patreon. I don't really want to pay for that no more. Man, I did. I wanted to hear what was going on with Rory and Mal and shit like that, but I don't really want to pay for that shit no more. Man, I'd rather watch it on YouTube whenever he decides to upload it again on there. But yeah, I really don't want to watch. I don't want to pay for that. That's just me though. But on there, apparently Joe said something, and I think I still have access to it because I just canceled it this month. So I probably could go watch it right now, but I'm not going to. He said something to the effect that Andrew Schultz should not have Alex Jones on because we allow Andrew Schultz to be on all of these black media outlets and shit like that, and Alex Jones is he said Alex Jones is affiliated with the KKK, I think, or something to the effect that Alex Jones is a racist or he's affiliated with racist people and shit like that, so Schultz shouldn't talk to him or have him on flagrant. Which, who is Joe to say who somebody should have on his show? But this is what Alex Jones had to respond to that.
You need to be slapped upside your dumbass head.
That wasn't it. Hold on.
For your own good. And I'm not saying I'm going to do that. My point is, what the hell's your problem? You don't even know who I am, but you get the talking point to try to police things and say, Andrew Schultz shouldn't have Alex Jones on because Andrew Schultz is a white guy we have on these shows, and he shouldn't be on with the KKK guy. Meanwhile, there's Joe Biden with a former Grand Cyclops, Senator Byrd. That's the reality. And you work for those people. You work for big tech that lavishes you and promotes you and pushes you, that runs death camps in China with the Uyghurs. That's on you, Joe. And you got to face God for it. So you sit there and worship your KKK daddy. I hope you burn in hell. Welcome back, folks. I was ranting and raving here on the Alex Show.
Boom, roasted. Boom, roasted. If you're an Office fan, yo, it is hot as a motherfucker up here, man. I'm sweating. I'm sweating today, guys. This shit is nuts. Everything he said about Joe Budden was correct. He does work for big tech. And I believe he did say he voted Democrat. He voted for Joe Biden. And yeah, he's with all of that shit. He's definitely one of those brainwashed guys. And if he isn't brainwashed, he's pushing an agenda. Yeah, you are, Joe. I mean, if you voted for Joe Biden, I mean, come on. I mean, I say my family's brainwashed. They definitely don't have no agenda. They voted for Joe Biden just because they want to vote Democrat, just because they think that's the right thing to do. And he's with vaccines and shit like that. Like, I listen to the Joe Budden podcast. He's with all of that shit. Alex Jones not tripping when he says that what he says. Kanye, Lil Baby, and James Harden, they've been out in Paris for the Balenciaga fucking fashion show, huh?
It's one song only.
Hey, man.
So hard motherfuckers wanna find me.
That shit crack. That shit crack. That shit crack.
So hard motherfuckers wanna find me.
Shout out to Lil Baby for getting him and James Harden out that jam. That's what real street niggas do. You know, Lil Baby was made for that situation. Fucking, let me pause this shit. And James Harden looked like he's about to crack under the pressure, man. He was very scared. James Harden was afraid. I could hear it in his voice and in his movements, how he looked. He was afraid. You know, he didn't want to see what was gonna happen next. You know, I did look into France. Let me give you some context to this shit. The only reason I mentioned Kanye is because I wanted to play niggas in Paris. Kanye was not really in Paris with these niggas. You know, he don't hang out with these kinds of niggas. Kanye's a billionaire now. You know, James Harden and Lil Baby were hanging out, and they got caught with 20 grams of cannabis on them. And I did go ahead and look at France's cannabis laws, or Paris's cannabis laws, as I do with any area that I plan on going to. I got to be able to smoke out there. And this is what I found out about Paris and their cannabis laws. So as of January 19th, 2021, France has some of the harshest cannabis laws in Europe. It has been illegal in the country since 1970. The state does not allow medical use, and there is no distinction in law between personal use and trafficking. Damn! So they was trying to hit, if this is the case, they was definitely trying to hit Lil Baby with intent to sell. He had 20 grams on him, which is not a lot of weed at all. It's a little less than an ounce. Shit, 28 grams is not even a lot of weed. We're gonna be honest with each other. But what this article is saying is there's no distinction between having a little bit of weed and, oh, I'm about to smoke this, and having a little bit of weed and I'm gonna sell this shit. So it's basically, it sounds like it's up to the cops' discretion whether or not they want to say you're going to sell this or this is for personal use. However, France has the highest reported use of cannabis in Europe between 2015 and 2017. According to Statista, over 11% of the French population said they had used cannabis, over the previous year. The highest of any European country. Okay, I was about to say 11% is not really a lot, but it's definitely it's if other countries are lower than that, yeah, I guess that's, you know what I mean. But yeah, they're real strict there. So 20 grams, they saw that, they thought they caught. That's probably like a major drug bust to them, you know. But maybe not, because who did Lil Baby get it from? Unless he flew there private. You know, there's that. I did see some pictures, some police woman holding a vape. And there's no way to tell that that's THC, though, unless they test it there on the site, which they probably not going to. Unless they decide to really take it there, you know? I mean, you're a black man everywhere you go. And you got all that fucking jewelry on. They look at you. You just a nigga to them. You know what I mean? They gonna try to treat you like a nigga no matter where you go. Man, you're a nigga in Paris. Speaking of James Harden, he has all the time in the world. He's not in the playoffs. He's fighting weed cases. If we go to the playoff world, and James Harden definitely should have hid the weed in his beard. But if we go to the playoff world, I watched the game last night, right? And I've been seeing that this shit has been more of a mental game more than anything. Not saying that it was never a mental game, but you got, well, I guess the crowd has always been trying to get into people's heads, but I see they're more active with this shit now. Like, it's really affecting these players now. Like, they're fucking, I said they're counting down or counting up, like the free throw timer, while Giannis is at the free throw line. He's actually missing this shit. Like, this shit is actually affecting him. And then you got Ben Simmons and shit. I talked about that dickhead last week. He says it's fucking a mental issue with him at the free throw line and shit. There's a bunch of soft pussies. That's what it sounded like to me. You niggas is all soft. Well, I guess I've never been in that position before, but anyway, I would think all the money that you made at the end of the night would be enough to boost your confidence. Be like, fuck these broke motherfuckers in the crowd. Y'all paid to watch me. Y'all paid to yell at me. Let me sink these free throws in front of y'all niggas. You know, that would be my attitude about it. If I was a pro athlete, you know, if I trained my whole teen life and shit and made it to the league, that would definitely be my attitude if I'm getting paid that much money. But these niggas is pussy. Omi and the Hellcats' house is licked for 920,000 big ones. They took his, he said some jewelry was taken, and they took 920,000 out of his safe, man. Cash.
What I'm saying, how much money it was, because I hope the person that sent y'all burned the shit out of them. But it was $920,000 in the safe. I just had put it in there. I'd be just, you don't understand, that money was just put in, like no more than 12 hours.
Sounds like an inside job.
Before. That shit it's fucking, like, I don't understand how fast something like that can happen. It was 1.1. It was about 1.1. No, was it? It was $1 million. It was about $1,020,000. I took 100,000 down to Dallas. So it was about $980,000 left. That was just gonna be the down payment for all my taxes, because you know the taxes should get done. And I'm gonna run it back up real quick. That shit ain't nothing.
Damn, that's salty.
That's the reason why we charging into the game, because everything happens for a reason. You know, there was a lot of important documents in there, a lot of tax documents. Y'all niggas is crazy. But I'm charging that shit to the game. That shit ain't about nothing. I don't got insurance, by the way, so it's not an insurance claim. Some little bit of jewelry was in there. It wasn't nothing major. It was just, you know, the money was just put in because we were supposed to land back yesterday and we missed the flight. So this shit all happened coincidental. Imagine these niggas would have came in the house and they would have got killed. Or vice versa, we would have killed each other. You just, you know, things like this, you got to take it as a learning lesson. Because we were supposed to be back by like 11 o'clock at night. But we wound up missing our flight and going out with Des Bryant and them. And bam, man, Everything like this happens for a reason, man.
Damn. Imagine if he was there and we heard Omi and the Hellcat got in a shootout with some niggas at his crib. You ain't. That would have been nuts. Or even worse if, you know, the worst could have happened. That would have been terrible. But thankfully, he wasn't there. I don't know why that nigga doesn't have 24-hour security. As much money as he makes. I don't get that shit. Yeah, that's I was looking a little bit more into it, and he was explaining how they did it. And he did say that they tried to go about it a smart way. They took the electric panel from the side of his house. They took that shit off. You know, so all the cameras could stop working. I think he says all the electricity in the house could stop working. But then he said that the cameras have like a backup battery or something like that. So he just sent all the footage out to get examined and shit like that. So, but they did get away with this shit so far. You know, that's a crazy lick, man. That's crazy, man. I don't have much to say about that either. But besides, that's crazy. I sound like Maul. Posted something on Instagram. Congratulations, you are now $80,000 from becoming a millionaire. Anybody that knows me, I normally keep less than $10K in cash. Excuse me. I never have money like that laying around. This was to put down for my taxes and a new watch. I'll make that back quick. It's the principle and feeling violated, but it's part of the game. My guy's going through the footage. I'm about to land home. I wonder what this nigga does now. Now that what he used to do is illegal. I wonder what does this nigga be doing? It can't just be real estate. It can't just be that. How fast he be. He's not worried about a $980,000 loss. $920,000 loss. He's not. Well, I mean, if you got $500 million, I mean, yeah, you're not really concerned about that shit. But he said he'll make it back quick. What the fuck is this nigga doing? What does he do? And it has to be legal because the feds are on him. They watching his every move. So he got to be having a legal income. I want to talk to this nigga and find out what he's doing. Because he said he'd be depressed laying in the bed all day. What the fuck is this nigga doing? You got to study these kinds of guys, man. All right, lastly, DMX's cause of death revealed to be a cocaine-induced heart attack. That's what the Westchester County Medical Examiner's Office revealed. So I guess his family was just trying to save face with the COVID vaccine shit. R.I.P. X, man. I ain't the fuck am I gonna say about that? I mean, we all struggle with some kind of addiction. His just more harsh. Man, I don't know. It's crazy. We didn't want to think it though, but just R.I.P. man, R.I.P. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Let's end this shit. Let's get the fuck out of here. What do I want to play? Hold on. I'm going to play this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Leave a 5-star rating. I'm out, man. I'm about to turn this air on. Y'all got me fucked up.
Yeah, the shit called us when they made it. Yeah. Soon as they let them off the truck.